Welcome to this program called Excellence Through Meditation. Yogaha Karmasu Kaushalam, from a great scripture called Bhagavad Gita from India. Yoga means, here we're talking about meditation. Karma means actions or anything that we do, and Kaushalam is a greater than efficiency. We tend to talk in terms of 5 areas: physical quotient, intelligent quotient, emotional quotient, manifestation quotient, spiritual quotient, and then of course there is service quotient. These 6 areas we talk about, that how meditation is going to enhance significantly our capabilities.
This time, the interesting theme is oneness. What is oneness? Unity of thought, feeling, belief, aim, agreement, concord, a strong feeling of closeness or affinity with each other. Oneness is a feeling of interconnectedness. Everything in the world is connected and interdependent, irrespective of the religion you belong. Ultimately, to arrive at true oneness, a person needs to do a lot of inner work and self-reflection. So, nothing can be better than the method of meditation.
I had a car accident and I couldn't sit or stand for more than 15 minutes. So I started meditation lying down in bed, and now, power of meditation, I can sit for 2 hours on the floor. I mean, that was like, I didn't think in a million years that I could ever do that.
I'm very new to myself, actually. It's a great experiences every day. It could be from professional or personal, both. It's awesome, and I'm enjoying every day.
For the first time, I've actually really started to fall in love with something, and it is meditation. So it has become something which I'm looking forward to every day. And the most important benefit for me is a feeling of bliss and calm throughout the day.
I have got an addiction to the meditation. There's no doubt about it, number one. And number two is slowly I'm also getting answers. I'm not contemplating the things, but I'm getting answers.
In last 3 days, 3 different processes are happening. Today especially, as soon as I heard your voice, went into the emptiness state, and this entire place is like some cool thing is flowing in between from these two here. And there was some Om sound once or twice. And yesterday what happened is like something was crawling all over my body, and then the day before was like some big process happening in my back. So I'm so connected to you, sir.
If at all, for me, if there is anything to do with meditation, it's about moving from that limited mindset toward that infinite mindset. It's a journey.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon and evening. When I came into meditation, first back in 99, I started hearing this thing called no complaints, no judgments. So this guy must be kidding. And when I became serious about the practice, and then when I started spending time more closely with Patriji, I was hearing the statement even more. No complaints, no judgments. It was very difficult to even understand that how can it be that I don't have a complaint about somebody, I don't judge. The depth of spirituality, the full understanding of spirituality is coded into these words, no complaints, no judgments. I only understood later why Patriji is training in practical terms people who are coming to him to learn meditation, to practice this thing called no compliance. When we complain, we are giving our power away because we feel helpless. It's not possible. It is somebody else who has to do this. Somebody else is not doing things right. Very, very easily, we can pass it on to somebody rather than looking at owning from ourselves, what is that I can do? But more important, when he said no compliance, and then only later and later that I started understanding the true meaning. Because if thoughts create our reality, and if we are experiencing something in our life which we don't like, label experiences as good and bad, and the good experiences we take, not so good experiences, then we label them, and so then we always look for reason of why it's happening, and there's always out. If you're complaining, by definition, means you don't like something happening to us or to something that we see against our principle, and so then we are automatically finding an external reason. Which means we do not own our own creation, because spiritual science says that we create. Everything is created through a thought. people show up in front of us the way we think about them. There is a concept, there is about relationships, 7 Essene mirrors by Essenes. And then the first mirror is saying that our relationship will change the moment we change the way we think and feel in the moment about them or about ourselves. The relationship will change automatically if we change the way we think and feel about people. Our daily thought, 99% of relationship will get fixed automatically when we change our thought. Karthikeyan said earlier, the video said oneness means becoming, connected, whole. Many words that we used, all of them, if we change our thought to be one, then automatically people change, because what we think, what we feel is what we attract. Now, in that context, complaining, something is not happening right to me, does not make sense. The more we got trained, the more that I got trained about looking at things, and then we go to this event, and then things are not right around the way we expected. You want everything to be great, the toilets have to be good, the rooms have to be done, well done, everything. And then the moment you go, they don't find that to be the way, then immediately complain. First thing we do is to complain, and then give a complaint. Saying this is not right, that's not right. But we train ourselves to start looking inward and say, what is that I could have caused? To experience that for myself. Friends, we'll start finding many reasons of why I don't need to give my energy away. When you complain, you give your power away. Then you are waiting for the other person to change. But we have an opportunity. We go to a hotel, we have an opportunity to do our own planning if you want. If you think differently about what you want to attract, and you start seeing that you have the power to create what you're looking for, we stop complaining. Instead, we start taking action, responsibility by ourselves. Many times it happens. Most important thing is just dropping complaints like that about our close people around us. But complaining fundamentally in spiritual practices means that we disown our own experience that is coming in our way. Judging and then holding our judgments means that we're disowning our experiences about things that are happening to us. And judgment means that we limit ourselves about anybody, anything. So our experiences are limited because you judge, so automatically your action, your response is based on that. It's a difficult country to live when you have a judgment. So then everything is going to be around that, our experience when you go there. It's a difficult country to live. So every experience that is going to go in an approach, we're going to be thinking that way, that's judgment. Complaints means we don't own our experience, so we feel helpless. Judgments mean that we are limiting our experience. We're creating more experiences towards the judgment. It was very difficult to practice, but they started doing it, and I started feeling free. Because then suddenly you take the power inside you, and then so you start thinking ways to change it, your experience, and then not leaving into somebody's hands. We don't leave our experience into somebody's hands, instead we take into our hands to create. Uplining is the most easiest way we drain our energy. We drain our energy, all our energy goes in things that we don't want. Because in complaint, you're always thinking about things that you did not want for you. And the more you think about the complaining in detail, the more you create more of it later. It's the single most biggest practice that I've learned, not to complain, not to judge on one side. And the best way is to become perfect in our words. Vakshetra propagates complaints, or the way we speak is a vehicle to propagate the complaint. And so then Patriji was talking about becoming impeccable with the speech, and another side, dropping complaints and judgments. You never encourage anybody. Anybody comes with a complaint about life situations, people, he said, no. It's a different thing in the law of the land, things are agreed between two people and then the other one do not do it. The agreement, those are different, talking about life situations. We become completely free the moment we stop complaining, dear friends. We feel so powerful because we have a new way of thinking about situations. We start thinking, how can I change? Rather than simply easy to park it on somebody, they say, how can I change my life situation? Every day morning is the same story, or every day is the same story with my spouse. Around the way to deal with children. So easy to put it on the other person versus I want to take it in my hands and see what happens. You feel empowered. You feel suddenly that energy. Before we're completely helpless. Oh, he is not doing it at all. That's why the situation like this. Helpless. It goes on for years and years. The same situation gets worse. When we meditate, or when we develop awareness, and when we build more energy, the more we understand the concept of our thoughts create reality, then we start changing. We start thinking differently. Okay, he is coming and then giving his full time. And I'm glad that this is happening now regularly. We just change the thought rather than complaining, because whatever you think is what you perpetuate. Our energy goes in the wrong things, and when you stop complaining, then when we start doing things, we change things, so we start gaining energy. In complaining, we lose energy, we gain a lot of energy. Let's go into a meditation practice, dear friends. Today, we're going to talk about how we gain energy. One of them is right speech. Right thinking, right speaking, right eating, right sleeping, all of them are there. In wakeful time, in day to day, how we carry ourselves, and these are all add to conserving energy or gaining more energy. Well, of course, meditation by itself is unlocking that innate energy significantly. People used to tell me, and then most of our colleagues now, and then also the meditative friends, they're all active. From the moment you wake up, you're active all the way till the night, 11, 12, 1, and still active. The energy is there. What's the secret of energy? We're talking about a meditation practice which is changing the way we lead our life. Gossip is a cancer of the soul. Gossip, the lack of awareness. We're always talking about a third person. And so many things that come into picture, dear friends, which conserve our energy. We start changing inside. Let's go into meditation. We're practicing breath mindfulness meditation. Our goal is to empty the mind. When you observe, our goal is to remove the thoughts in our mind and then become empty and then be in the state of emptiness for some time. The goal of meditation is to empty the mind of thought. It doesn't happen just like that. It is a gradual process, and practice, and slowly, over a period of time, we'll find more and more empty states of mind. So how do we do this meditation? Very simple. You sit down on a chair or on the floor with your eyes closed, fingers into fingers, hands in your lap, crossing your feet at ankle, observing your breath. If you're wearing spectacles, remove them. When you observe your breath slowly, mind becomes empty. As the mind is empty, you may involuntarily experience many things in your body and mind, sensations, movements, visions, anything that happen without your involvement, they're automatically happening. So they're all meditative experiences. Be a witness to them. You observe the breath, slowly mind is getting empty. As the mind is empty, you experience some kind of greater emptiness around, and then you further continue to witness it, and then so you may have some kind of movement, sensation, observe it. In case anytime you have thought, your attention back to the breath, and then again observe the breath, and then again slowly we go into the empty states. This is called breath mindfulness meditation. We are doing, spending maximum time in this process. Before we do that, we're doing something called heart elevation. So those of you know, just practice, just follow my guidance. And so we do this process for a few minutes, and then we do breath mindfulness meditation. Relax yourself, dear friends. Sit comfortably, relax your body. Your eyes closed. Scan your body from head to toe. And as you scan your body, relax every part of it. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath.
We are in a powerful group meditation. When you observe your breath, your mind slowly becomes empty. As your mind is becoming empty, you channelize all that energy into the present moment. You develop greater mindfulness. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience the emptiness of energy, the sensation. All emptiness is energy. The quantum field of energy with limitless possibilities and opportunities. The field of awareness. Longer you stay connected, to this field of possibility, the field of awareness, the more possibilities you draw into your life, the more conscious you become in choosing the possibilities.
Stay aware of that emptiness, that blackness, where there's no body, where there's no thing. Allow yourself to merge into this. emptiness of yourself. This is the field of connectedness. Everybody and everything are connected. The more you are with it, the more you become one. The more you experience everybody and everything. Relax your body and let your autonomous nervous system repair your body. Recollect your experiences from the session. And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then you may open your eyes. Okay, dear friends.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Yes.
Actually, I want to share my experience. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Sir, actually, I'm traveling today. And so, when I started my meditation, I thought I won't be able to meditate because of noises and light. But still, even external noises or even light it was like they were enhancing my meditation experience today. And usually I feel like emptiness is like dark. Always it was dark for me, but today it was light, and like I felt my body was expanding, and I even didn't feel that I was like I was in a car. Like it was like totally bliss state. So it was really nice experience for me. And one more thing, like in the start of session, you said that gossip is a cancer of soul, like, and it's a limiting belief or maybe a misconception that when three ladies are together, they usually do gossips. But I'm with my mummy and auntie, and like they even they meditated with PMC Maharashtra in the like morning session from 5 to 6, and I was like meditating now. So it was really nice meditation experience. So thank you so much.
Awesome. Body expanding and contracting is an energy body experience. Pranamaya Kosa experience. We experience everything in meditation, all our bodies. Please keep doing what you're doing, Shweta Madam.
Thank you, Sweta ma'am. Chandra sir, can I make 2 announcements before we take other questions or anything? Okay. So our first announcement today is everyone who has enrolled in the certification program, we have sent quiz 1 to you. So please check your mailbox and attempt to that. The second announcement is we have a book club today, and the book today is called Secret by Rhonda Byrne. It's an amazing book on the law of attraction, and kind of says the same thing what we are learning here. So it's kind of good reinforcement where it shows you that with the law of attraction, power of thoughts, that you can accomplish, like you can have abundant wealth, abundant, amazing health, great relationships. So wonderful book, 8:15 a.m. IST. Please join us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Today, Wednesdays, we have a master class. So we're going to talk about energy and how meditation is driving up energy in our body, and how we can also partner with it during wakeful time, become aware to do a few things to maximize our energy in our body. I know people have raised hands. I'll take your questions toward the end. Let me put up a couple of slides. On Monday, we said meditation is eliminating stress. It helps greatly in eliminating stress because we disconnect, we disengage from the past. Most of the time we are worried, projecting from the past events, past situations, the behavior of people. All of them keeps repeating. The meditation helps us to disengage from the past, and so then we move ourselves out of this emergency mode, which is otherwise only necessary when there's physical danger. But then we are doing it all the time without knowing, moving the body into the emergency mode, and so then that is impairing the body function because of these various chemicals that are in the body. And then because it cuts off supply, energy supply to many parts of the body because in emergency mode. So important point is to bring ourselves into the present moment, and meditation helps us to do that. So then we eliminate stress, and so 90% of the illnesses get healed. And so body's physical health is there. The health is there, but then we need to also carry ourselves with a lot of energy to manifest. That energy to do must be there. So the meditation enhances the body energy. There are three layers that we want to look at it in three ways, three sources. One is energy from the external sources that we receive, the prana that nourishes this body, that helps nourish all bodies. See, unless we have strong mind, sound mind, our physical body does not stay pretty well. Having a sound mind also enhances the body energy. We call mind-body healing. Physical body healing, energy body healing, mind-body healing, intellect body healing, bliss body healing. We have to energize all the bodies, panchakoshas. So there is energy from external sources. There is energy generated internally within ourselves, within a body-mind system. And then energy innately that is inside with us. There is energy inside, that hydrogen. When people said hydrogen bomb, there is so much energy with a small, tiny atoms and molecules that take, but then you can produce so much energy. There is energy that is innately inside with each of us, which is huge. But all of these three sources, energy from external sources, energy generated internally, based on how we carry ourselves, and then energy innately inside that we have to unlock. And each of them are proportionately how they are based on what you see in the circles here. They're proportional to the circles. Energy from external sources is what we consume from outside. The food intake. Optimal food intake. Optimal food and right food. Optimal food means right amount, not more, not less. Not more, not less. That dosa is tasty, but we eat and we are good with two dosas for today. We don't go on eating a third one and a fourth one and a fifth one. Something needs to be there, some awareness needs to be there for us to identify and say, hey, this is good and I need to stop here. When the cravings are there, we cannot stop. Regular meditation helps us to connect to our body. We become sensitive to the needs of the body. So sure, people will find themselves eating optimally. Those in the beginning may eat more, but most people over a period of time start taking optimal consumption. Where they've been eating more, mostly they start eating less. Because our body does not require too much of this physical food. We start eating less, it automatically will happen. The recalibration of what we need to, how much to consume is automatically going to happen. Optimal food. We become childlike, which means we stop interfering, we start paying close attention, just like a small child knows what the body needs of the child, so the child is reflecting, and then they ask for it. More milk, maybe, more fruits, maybe, more grains, maybe, whatever that is. But then body is asking, and then is rejecting and asking. But then it is always doing it. It is just that we're not aware of it. But now with meditation, we're more aware of our body's needs. We become a good friend of our body. So then we eat optimally. We respect it. They eat optimally, of course, then there is energy, right? There is easy digestion, so energy levels are there in the body. We know it. We overeat, then we become lethargic. So optimal food is not more, not less. And then our meditation is helping us plenty by becoming more sensitive to our body's needs. Then right food is into two types. Sattvic food, that means energized food, which does not contain things that increase our tamasic and rajasic qualities, our laziness and procrastination and dominance qualities. Those things need to be avoided, that increase those. So sattvic food, we don't have much restrictions in this practice of meditation, except becoming more plant-based, right, a vegetarian diet. For various reasons, and most important being, allowing other animals to be living the way we want to live. But the most important reason being the compassionate grounds that I would like to live, then of course that animal would like to live. I'm not talking about many health benefits of taking a vegetarian plant-based diet. We have a session on this vegetarian diet separately because it's a huge topic. There are so many layers of how vegetarian diet benefits an individual, to the whole animal friends, to the economy, to the environment, to, of course, ourselves significantly in our experience of life. If we have sudden brain illnesses, heart illnesses, they all are coming for a reason. Vegetarian food is a great source of energy that enhances, because that's a connected system. It's everything is holistic. It heals all bodies. The moment we stop hurting, the moment we stop interfering into something's lives, automatically we become light. Sattvic food is the food that is void of items that are increasing our procrastination. So less masala, less of over spicing, over mixing too many things, and then you lose the taste of it. Sattvic food is eating the vegetables, the food as they are, with as close to the natural taste as possible. So primarily, 2-3 things. Primarily, less spices or less masalas, and then no garlic. But in any case, sattvic food, more importantly, is energy for somebody. If they are very frustrated and angry, that energy is going into the food. That water experiment, when you say to the water, I love you, the water changes, the crystals change their pattern. And so consuming that is different than, somebody is cooking the food very frustrated, very angry, and then they're putting all that energy into it. So that's not sattvic. So having that energy food, so being calm and peaceful, and then going and then with a lot of interest cooking, with a lot of love cooking the food, makes it very sattvic. On one side, some physical components we eliminate. Other side, we are in a joyful mode to cook. A meditator fundamentally is very happy, very curious to cook, and innovative to cook something new. So they're always interested in doing what they're doing. So the energy of food becomes very sattvic, energy food. So right quantity of food, not more, not less, requires awareness to know when to stop. And it's bound to happen for many people as you practice. In a few days to weeks, you'll probably find yourself eating optimally. Most cases, it is less food. We don't need so much that we eat. It's going to happen. If you're eating 4 chapatis, you're going to get down to 2. If you're eating 2, you're going to get down to probably 1. In some cases, they may be eating more if they're already depriving themselves in the name of proteins and reducing calories and this and that. But the meditation will help you to actually eat more, because the body finds its balance automatically by asking for things that it requires to nourish itself. We just have to become sensitive to it. We just have to develop awareness so that we are paying attention to the body's responses. You're eating, suddenly you know it, okay, it's enough for today, so we stop. I love that pastry, then I love that ice cream, but we know that, okay, after 1.5 scoops, it's good enough. Optimal water intake, dear friends, is essential. Our body is made of 70% of body is water. A lot goes on with it. A lot gets soothed with the emotional body. And so having an optimal water intake, taking more and more consumed water, more mindfully. So external energy sources are enhancing our energy if you are eating optimally, and then meditation helps a great deal. And then energized food that's void of too much of spicy stuff. And then a vegetarian diet. In many ways, it's more sacred, more auspicious diet. Einstein, Socrates, Mahatma Gandhiji, and then many philosophers, scientists, and all of them are vegetarians. The second source, dear friends, which is a bigger circle, and how meditation helps is in what we do from the time we wake up and until the time we go to bed. How we carry ourselves. Our sleep. First thing is sleep. We only sleep what is necessary. We only sleep for time what is necessary. We slowly let go of this box thinking that I got to have that 8 hours or 9 hours of sleep. We have this fixed notion. There has been too much been told again and again. Of course, if the only thing is a physical body, we see our body is just physical, and that's all, nothing more, just bones and molecules, and then we just are in that level of consciousness, then we say, yes, 8 to 9 hours are required. Why? Because we need to go into that deep, non-rapid eye movement sleep, NREM sleep. The sleep where you're in the delta state. If I recollect our week 1 session where there is a delta state of meditation by brain frequencies. We go to the delta state, the deep sleep state is required for body to rejuvenate, for the growth hormones to be produced. Now, the deep sleep state happens once in 90 minutes to 2 hour cycle. And so this story, the theory is that you need to have at least 2 to 3 cycles in a night. And so you must sleep for 8 hours. But dear friends, when you meditate, our sleep becomes very optimal. To get to deep sleep, you have to wait for 90 minutes. You don't need to do that anymore with meditation because you're going to the deep sleep state, the restful states, pretty easily. Just slip into it. Our sleep becomes optimal. We don't oversleep. We don't undersleep. Optimal sleep. Oversleeping, we feel very lethargic. Undersleep, we feel restless. We know it. Meditation moves us into an optimal sleep mode. So those of you, if you already are feeling fresh and awake, let's say at morning 3 o'clock, and then remember that your meditation is already enhancing your energy so much that you don't need the full 8 hours of sleep. And then so recognize that this is your body's way of giving back to you to now use the time for reading or not doing more meditation. Usually you do the time for reading. When in the beginning of my days, in 2002, when I was doing intense sadhana, because all of these get calibrated pretty quickly in the beginning. Our body gets calibrated with the food habits, sleep habits, all that happen pretty quickly in the first 6 months. If you are paying attention and if you want to let go of the belief system. And so in the beginning days, around 2 o'clock, 2:30, I used to get woken up. Suddenly I feel fresh. Sometimes in a meditation experience, somebody is hitting my bed from below. I was like, what? So where is the sounds coming from? I was serious. I was sleeping, and then there is something was knocking on my bed. And then I wake up and I see nothing. Then I recognize and I feel very fresh. I say, okay, I don't need to sleep, oversleep. So since the time Then I started utilizing the time for meditation. Since that time, now consistently, I sleep for between 4 to 5 hours. A lot of times 4 hours. Why it goes? If you sufficiently energize your body, where you are sufficiently going into the deep sleep states automatically through meditation, then it's a simple equation, dear friends. The simple equation that we sleep less, optimal sleep. But optimal sleep is important. There's an optimal sleep in the world. And this body says you need to sleep more, we're going to sleep. Optimal thought. Our thoughts, the research is showing that 90% are negative thought, redundant thought. And so then a negative thought, redundant thought just brings negative, redundant experience. It wastes energy. Every thought is energy. So should we be spending in worrying? Should we be spending in talking redundantly, randomly about thinking about, the traffic's weathers and how my life is going to go, if the job is there, not there? Should we be worrying all the negative thought? Meditation drops all of it, 90%. So that means we gain so much energy. Gautama Buddha, the Eightfold Path, we encourage to read. Right views and then right intentions are the first two of the Eightfold Path. Right views. Our thoughts are about what we believe, how we think the world is operating, the nature of creation, how people are, how companies are. It's all about outside. And if that is so, then we must have the right views. Not judge, not keep, worrying, having more expansive, that people also go through their challenges, so they may behave in a certain way, that we're all connected, there is right views. We develop the right views, so then thinking is right, which enhances energy. You see, there are two countries at war. If we feel worried about, that gets spread into the next place, and then it will spread into this place, and so the financially other country collapses, so my stock market will collapse in my country, so something's going to happen. It's a fearful thought. On the other hand, if you recognize and say, as long as my purpose is there, I'm there, number one. As long as I'm utilizing my time aligning to my purpose, all the resources are required for me, they're going to be with me, no matter what happens in the world, because that's how the creation is. No matter what happens, my purpose is there, and I'm aligned to my purpose. I know, and so then I'm going to be there, and all the resources required for me to execute my purpose will be given to me. That's the thought we can have to expand ourselves. Or we can contract ourselves and feel fearful by thinking this is going to happen, that's going to happen. Wrong thought. So we have to expand our views, dear friends. All the books we recommended are about right views. The 25 books must be read. How do you know right and wrong? Experiment for yourself. Read them and see if it empowers you to enable you to experience something more. That's all it is. There's nothing new. We experiment. We got to just try. We got to just put our box to thinking aside and then go into and say, why not? Why not I think the way this is saying? Speech, dear friends. This is the most important aspect. Being impeccable with our words, because our words are like casting spells. One of the Eightfold Paths of Gautama Buddha is right speech. Patriji's biggest thing is our speech has to be impeccable. We speak what is necessary, because words are the index of the mind, and words are so much energy, like bullets. They're like bullets. They can pierce through people. And then words, when we give out, and then we commit, and then we have this fundamental nature to honor. And so we must be very, very clear. What am I speaking? What am I committing? What am I saying? We lose energy by just talking, because every word is energy. Every word triggers a lot of thought, and so much energy is dissipated, dear friends. If we fix our words, field of words, then we fix a great number of things in relationships, in our manifestations. You see, our manifestation happens when your thoughts and words are aligned pretty perfectly with your feeling. On one side, you're positive, you're thinking, you're visualizing great. But when it comes to words, you're telling your friends, you know what, this is not working for me. I'm trying here, but it's not happening. What is the word you're saying? I'm trying, it's not happening. You want that to happen, but you keep telling with a feeling it's not happening. Our words are not aligned usually to what we want. One of the reasons why manifestation takes time, because or doesn't happen, because we negate it. We negate our creation through our own negative words. No matter how the situation is, can we be positive or can we speak towards what we want? We have to have awareness, dear friends, and then meditation builds plenty of awareness. To switch to positive speech, we talk about 3 filters in speech. Some of you know it. Why don't you type what are the 3 filters? If you're speaking, we recognize, is it going through these filters? We'll look to see, can it pass these filters? The three filters. Number 1, is it positive? Is it positive? Okay, some accident happened somewhere. Why should I talk about that accident to my family at the dining table? Why should I go to office and say, hey, do you know what? Now that big news is coming on the TV and so much things are happening. This is happening. Oh my God, this government doesn't do this, that. Just think about for a moment, is there a value in talking about it to your friend? What is the value that we do other than losing a lot of energy by ourselves, other than scaring people, making them feel miserable in case they have people somewhere? There's no value in talking about stuff that is of no use to anybody. So is it positive? In most cases, it is true. If it is at least one filter, is it positive? If it passes positive, okay, some value to somebody potentially. Second, is it truthful? Is it true? Or is it simply gossip? Okay, I get a message, oh, immediately pass the message to somebody. What is that? How have you justified? I mean, have you even researched? Just heard. Have you researched how far is it true? A lot of times in the reports we read, 5% truth, 90% distortion. I know it personally when I look at many of the news articles. I say something in a meditation session, while it comes to it, when they write something, it's totally opposite. Distortion, for various reasons, it's distorted. So is it true? Do you know it? What have you done to recognize that? What have you done to ascertain the truthfulness of it before you just carry it to somebody? Because we make a lot of assumptions all the time. All the time we make assumptions. And so then we carry different. So when it's not truthful, what's the point spreading something that's gossip, not even there? It's scarce. It's of no use. The third thing is it useful to somebody? If we use these 3 filters, positive, truthful, and useful, if you use the 3 filters, dear friends, at least one filter passes. There is something worth to speak about. 2 friends meet. Then suddenly you go back into your childhood and then talk about a lot of things, how this person said that person said it. What is the use of it? Just saying that I'm in the memory lane, I'm talking about it and this and that, you go on speaking. Recognize that every word you say is perpetuating an experience of that again fresh. So we must cease to talk about past negative incidents at once, because otherwise we'll be reliving them to recreate them to potentially attract similar things into our life. And you apply feeling and energy. At least one filter passes, dear friend, then we are right speech. And so then we are gaining energy. Our words have to empower people. When we speak words, open a mouth, they're going to be empowering, enabling, always inspiring. I see that every time I meet Karthikeyan, so there's always inspiring words. There's always an inspiring story that we hear. We take that. Optimal seeing, dear friends. Yogis would not have their eyes wide open. One of the reasons is you don't need to see when it's not necessary. That's our idea, because eyes 80% energy we lose. So the concept is, you see when it's necessary, otherwise you don't have to see. Keep your eyes closed, so much energy is conserved. Go into nature, we gain so much energy, see it beautifully, the plants, the beauty. But when it's not necessary, the concept is, can you have your eyes closed? The moment your eyes close, your brain is trained to go into meditation. All of this, dear friends, requires awareness. 80% of energy is dissipated through our eyes. So we be clear, why am I looking? Other than when it's necessary. Awareness is required. Our meditation helps us to become aware of not seeing things that are of no use, that scare us, not look into them, and then become mindful that at home we are there. If we have time and we don't have anything, rather than looking here and there, of course we close our eyes, and then suddenly we go into meditative states, increase our energy. Right work and right emotion, these are known. We need to be aware to not, exhibit that anger more and all the time losing ourselves, all the time feeling guilty, all the time feeling separate, bullied. All these things are there just in our body, just in the way we feel. The meaning we gave to the various events. Because lower emotions will lose energy. David, the power versus force. There is a book by David, I forget the last name. And amazingly, this master documented Power versus Force by David something. Please help me the name. And so he wrote this book, and then it talks about calibrating emotions with energy. Higher emotion, lower emotion. So having the right emotion, not suppressing. If we have suppressed emotion, then we lose energy. If we express emotion, we gain energy. We need to live true to our feeling. Whatever we feel, we must be able to express it. Even if it is wrong or right, doesn't matter. Even if it is angry, emotion, it is okay, but express it. If you feel like saying something to somebody, express it. Don't hold it, because when you hold back, then we lose energy. If we express it, we release ourselves from it, so then we gain. And then moving into a higher emotion over a period of time, meditation helps, so we continue to gain energy. Aligning to what we really love is right work, rather than going every day dragging ourselves. And so being able to move towards things that we love, things that are in alignment with a purpose, is right work. Over a period of time, meditation helps us to align. It'll give us the courage and strength. We'll talk about in week 4 of how our emotions increase. And so then we start aligning to things we really love. But work, we spend so much time in our every day. We must at once look to see, is it exciting me every day when I go to work, or am I going for sake of it? I'm going for money. I'm going for this. Even if we go for money, we need to be having enough clarity about it that we do full justice to it. That understanding must come, and it will come when you regularly practice meditation. There's more to it later as we go along. Breathing, conscious breathing is also helping. Just attending to the breath. When you have time attending to the breath, you'll automatically regulate the breath. And the breath is regulated, then the body goes into homeostasis, try it out. When you have time, if you just observe the breath, automatically breath gets regulated. No matter how tough the situation, if you observe the breath, if let's say you're deeply in painful state, suddenly you heard some bad news and then you're worrying, just go into observing the breath, and simple observation of the natural breath will get itself regulated into perfect balance. And so then the body goes into homeostasis, and so then you start again gaining energy. Conscious breathing is becoming aware of your breath. That's all, nothing else. Again, we need awareness. All of these we did, friends. We need awareness. We need to know in the moment, without getting carried away. Hey, am I on the right thing? Meditation builds plenty of awareness, dear friends. So the last thing is pretty straightforward. Last thing is simple. Is energy inside is only one. There is energy from the field, from the quantum field. The prana that is there, the infinite energy field that is out there, we become it. In meditation, we lose ourselves every day. We drop the notion of who we are, the tiny little, but we think we're so big. we drop ourselves. And so then we merge into this field of energy, so we draw energy, we build so much energy. This circle is too huge. You have to experiment on this circle. There's not words, it's about experimentation to recognize that where you're bringing so much energy. The infinite energy, infinite prana that is there to unlock ourselves, just with meditation, by emptying our mind stuff. Then we receive. We receive energy into the physical body, into the energy body to heal, to build it up. So dear friends, the three layers of energy are there. When meditation builds awareness of the body, we optimize external energy. We consume optimally, we consume right stuff. We are more mindful when we drink water. So meditation builds awareness of the body, so optimize external energy. Second, meditation develops so much mindfulness. Being in the present moment, walk while walking, eat while eating. That's what, as much as we do, it more develops it. And so then we optimize our internal energy, our talking, our speech, our thought, our work, everything slowly gets aligned to things that we like, the right things. And so then we enhance the energy of the body naturally. Think of this, have a conversation. Have a conversation about a negative event in a situation with somebody and see what happens at the end of a 5-minute conversation about some gruesome accident or gruesome event. Have a conversation between you and somebody, and then see at the end of 5 minutes how you feel, depleted of energy or enhanced of energy. And the same thing, you have a conversation about, let's say, your adventurous activity to Himalayas with another friend for 5 minutes and see what your energy states are, how elated you will be here, and then the other case is here. You'll know automatically. One pulls us down or not, another enhances or elevates us or not. We're more enthused or not. Just do that experiment for yourself. You'll know it. That mindfulness is required so that we do the right speech, optimal speech. One of the days in 40 days, we'll discuss about the speech once again, but there's a lot more to it. So developing mindfulness means our internal energy of all the things we do, they all become very mindful, so then we do the right things. And then meditation puts us in touch with the field, so we unlock that energy, we draw from it. We draw from this infinite source of energy. The reason why many yogis, and I met a master called Jasmihin. Jasmihin was a master, an Australian master. She lives in prana, just breath. She's not eating food at all for 18 years. And then she used to come to Pyramid Valley. 1 week we was there for an event. Every year we used to do the events. And so then 1 week she was there with us. And then I'm the organizer for it. And so I know what she's eating and not eating. Nothing for 1 week in front of us doesn't eat. And then she went on like that for 18 years when I first met her in the year 2008. And then every year she kept coming. Glorious, it looks beautiful, energy, carries energy, speaks so great, yet not required. So that energy from the prana is there innately from the source. We nourish ourselves with it, and our meditation is that. So we build energy in many ways, and we got to experiment ourselves with this. We gain a lot of energy on one side through meditation, but many people lose a lot of energy because they're not building enough awareness, and they're not ready to drop their limiting beliefs. And so then hold on to their old belief, and they continue to say or do or think the wrong thing. So they lose a lot of energy. One side you gain, another side you lose. A pot, you gain a lot of things into it, but there's so many holes are there, you keep losing all the energy. They call it energy leaks. You got to plug them. And that's this middle circle. So thank you very much, dear friends, about this important topic. Energy maximization. Energy maximization is so essential in our manifestations, in our experiences. If you are taking a group of people on expedition, how much energy you must have as a leader to lead. at workplace, how much energy. We can't be dragging others to the meetings, and so experiment and then see that no, our energy levels are high all throughout the day. And it's not happening after doing a lot of meditation, because a lot of senior meditators here, which means that there must be a strong reason of many, many energy leaks somewhere. Lord, look at them deeply. Thank you. And so we will continue this discussion about energizing the body, healing the body throughout this week. Thank you very much.
I see the sweetness in you, I see the softness in you, and so it is. I can see it, it's right there before me. I can feel it deep in my soul. I just know it, that you are an angel full of magic and power and pure sweet love. I see the goodness in you, I see the wisdom in you.
Yes, Deepa.
Deepa ma'am, go ahead.
Yeah, ma'am, namaste. Ma'am, I got some lung issues in 2020. I got pulmonary fibrosis, bronchitis, and COPD, and hepatitis. I was completely bedridden. There was a medication given to me by the doctor, but it was not working for me quite period of time, like since months I was using. They told it will reduce. Then I started doing meditation. I really don't know about meditation much, but I was just watching some YouTube channels and I was doing meditation. I was completely bedridden. Then I started sitting. I really used to follow some people, whatever they tell, and to energize water. And I used to have the water with the tablets like that. Then after that, I started moving my body, and it was completely challenging. Or my willpower, or some miracle happened that my wounds of my inside my lungs has come down. It was become a scar, big scars, and it has reduced. Then the oxygen flow was better. Then again I started kind of little breathing issues and all was there. Meanwhile, then it was completely 2 years, 2.5 years, I was in between 4 walls, no physical movement in the body, not much. I was able to walk or climb the steps. Then after that I started working also. Meanwhile, then once I started working, I got some infection. Then again I went to so many hospitals which did not cure. Then I took it as a challenge. I don't like to take the medicines which is of English or anything, which I don't like it. I am okay with the injections. Then I started doing meditation. Then since 6 months, I was feeling really better. But sometimes, very often, the infections will be happening. But really, I'm not taking any medications right now. And the meditation is the only thing which I'm doing. But sometimes, even still, maybe the negative forces or the emotions or my external people or some situations. For example, as I'm a female, when I go somewhere, some things will hurt me or some situations will hurt me. Some things, yeah, it will really give me a physical pain inside me, which I cannot tell how it is influencing. For example, there's a dust, there's a pollution. If I do meditation, I'll be really fine. Once if I start getting into people or atmosphere of any negative people or surrounding pollution or anything, again the infection will be aggravated. For example, I want to tell you, I thought like I had a plan of working as a journalist. I want to do something good to the society. So then I had a thought. Then recently I went to an Ayurvedic medicine. Somebody tell that you can try Ayurveda or Unani. Those medicines will help you to heal completely without any English medicines. I tried and I got some vomiting kind of thing. I had issues with medicines, or really I don't know what happened. And I even tried this mudras also to means I want to try all drugless therapy. And I even tried mudras. I even went to pranic healing and all, what we call as some things and all. I did tried without tablets. I want to heal myself, but then still often if I'm doing meditation, my health will be fine. But once I start busy with some other things, or if I feel like I should work or something, then my health will go down. This is what happened.
So what's the question?
So I just want to know, the meditation, is it how it will like heal our physical pain and mental pain, and how long we should do, and how long we can live with the meditation without any medicines or without any external injections or any external things? Can we really heal ourselves with the meditation itself completely?
I would like here, I'm asking people who are there on this meditation session, if you have been healing yourself through your own meditation energy and strength, please say yes in our chat. Okay. So, madam, let's see what comes out. But now I've been that way. The answers to your questions are, number one, how much you believe in this understanding that our body has the capability to heal, and we draw so much energy, and then all illness are psychosomatic. So then the more we develop our understanding and the knowledge, the more we change our thought patterns and our habits and our belief system, the more energy that you gain, the more health you gain. So it's important to understand how much you're anchored in this whole concept that all illness are psychosomatic. Most illness are psychosomatic. Are you anchored in the concept? And so then what you would do is to go about enhancing your knowledge. And what you would do is about changing your circle of people who are, where you say, okay, I'm getting negative from situations and people, then we change. It doesn't matter who that is. If somebody is very close and then have been very giving negative vibes to all the time, the negativity into us, and then we change. Why not? What is helpful is what is serving us is where we spend our time and company with. So if you believe in the process, and then you'll enhance your knowledge and understanding, and you do more meditation, things are going to be absolutely there. Your health will be there. Your understanding will come in the first place. Sometimes you may have to live with an illness that is there, but you have acceptance of it. And that acceptance, it starts disappearing. And the acceptance will no longer be bothersome for you, because there are people who carry their lives with an illness. They no longer bother you when you start meditating, when you start gaining a wisdom, where you know that it's important, I align to my purpose. That gives me more happiness than trying to chase to fix the illness that I have. Aligning to my purpose and doing work gives me more happiness than trying to fix my illness, right? And so,
sir, I want to ask one thing. If any emergency happens, we need to go to hospital, and there are something which even surgery is required. So when Patriji is told that we shouldn't, when we do meditation, medicines and hospitals, we shouldn't go all. I just listened to this video. So is it that accurately true that we need not go to hospital once we started doing meditation?
Madam, you experiment. You study more, understand more. To understand Patriji there, we have to understand the whole science more. If he already said it, what do you want me to say again? What do you want me to say again? There may be emergencies that you want to, it all depends on how we will life, how we view our life. If you think death is there, then of course, then we will be chasing hospitals with emergencies. If we think that's life continuum, I'm okay. When you cross over, then those things, he's talking from that concept. It comes from there. For him, life continuity exists. For him, he can carry work here, he carry work on the other side. There's a deep concept, madam. He'll carry his work from other side. Many masters, when they talk about this, it's talking from that understanding that there's life continuity. It doesn't end here, it doesn't stop here. But when we're not there in that consciousness, yes, we utilize the scientific development to go for emergencies. Emergencies must be emergency rather than trying to reach out and make everything emergency. Why is it required? We may ask ourselves, why is it required that when there is whole scientific development, why should I avoid what is there? If you know that it has got so much negative effect on it, and if you have so much dependency on it, then it'll restrict in you doing certain things and not do certain things. That's the whole challenge. When you are able to heal, when you develop the habit of healing with your own meditation energy and strength, then you're free, you're independent. You won't be worried in going to anywhere, any place. Then you don't have to restrict your movements, restrict yourself in what you want to experience, what food you want to experience. All of this will disappear. The worries will disappear. Oh, I'm having street food tomorrow. It's going to be difficult. My digestion is fragile. Let me not have it. It'll not even come. So you go out and experiment on yourself. I'm glad you are experimenting because you gain the strength. And I'll tell people when they want to manifest, and then if they experiment on themselves in increasing their body energy to heal themselves, because your health is in your hand and your thought. If you do that, because nobody else can come and then tamper with your health. If you can do that, you develop so much of positive strength in you, apply that thought power in manifesting anything else, because you've got one. So in manifestations, if you work on ourselves with our health, and then you've got such a confidence that my thoughts, my affirmations, my positive thinking, and my belief in my body healing and all of that is so cemented strongly, then automatically you apply the same principles in everything else. However tough it is, a business growth or anything outside a relationship, you will apply the same level of positivity, so automatically it will start happening for you. Okay.
So one more question I have is, sir. So when anybody has some health issues, they pray for God. So God has some power. Everybody in every culture, they do pray for God. Why can't God do some magic or miracle when somebody is in need of something? It is not his duty.
Madam, please read. First of all, we need to define who is God. What is God? Who is God? What is God? Have you seen? Have you gotten in touch?
No, sir.
But then where is it coming from? So take a practice, and we are saying this practice, you will be in touch with that God, the God that is you. You as this whole field, which encompasses everybody and everything, all encompassing, all pervading existence is there, or we become that. It's not some external entity that is there sitting, which is away, which is going to be there to take care of us. It is us elevate to ourselves as that, and so then we create. You understand this more, madam?
Sure, sir.
Read the books. Start with Conversation with God by Neil Donald Walsh. Of course, you can read Bhagavad Gita, right interpretation of it. Right interpretation of it. You read Adi Shankaracharya's teachings. You read his teachings, and then you will know who is God.
So exactly one more thing, if Jiva Samadhis are there, no? So many people, they attend the stage of what we call blissful stage of God. I don't know powers, what exactly called this. So if we go do there and do meditation, do we get the energies from there?
You go where? To some of the energy places, you mean?
Yes, like energy tombs, like some people who attend that achievers, like so many people, they have attended the blissful stage for Jiva Samadhis.
Yeah.
So if we go there and do meditation, do we get the energy, more energy, cosmic energy there? Whatever.
Everything is based on a belief system. It is true that when you are with a master, there's more energy, right? Because there's a fundamental aura for every master. So there's vibration, there is energy around that master's field. The reason when you go to your temple, you feel positive is because everybody goes in with a positive thought. And so suddenly there's positive energy around that temple. However criminal somebody may be, when they go to the temple, they drop that notion. And so they become positive. There's a lot of positive energy built around it. And so in general, everybody goes their benefits. So from that view, when you look from that perspective, when you go to a master, generally there is positivity, a positive vibe, positive feeling. So it is how it is, madam. So if you go to, of course, these places where people of high energy masters have been there, and everything is energy in the universe. So there are some mountains are energy, some masters, samadhis are energy. All that is true. All that is as much true as not at all true. Both are there. True meaning is what you believe in ultimately. Ultimately, it's all what you believe in, how you take it. But in general, because seeing is believing, so physicality, when you step out of our homes to go to some places, it becomes easy to, and which is the moment you start connecting, then you start feeling that energy there. Energy is there, but energy is everywhere. I want you to understand both. The purpose of the second week of it, we of course make use of all such energy places and then go and enjoy them. Today, they're all places are there. We go and enjoy them. Go to these high energy places, Pyramid Valley, amazing place. So many masters come and then energize the place. The pyramid holds energy. Now, pyramid as a geometric structure is demonstrated to contain energy. And so you go in there, natural energy flows, right?
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, I have.
Thank you, Deepa ma'am. Deepa ma'am will move on to the next question. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Kavita ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Deepa madam, take a number and call. Get in touch with one of the facilitators or call, okay? Yes.
Chandra,
But it
sorry,
asks
I
a
just have
question.
a very quick question.
Yeah.
Somewhere I feel that I'm missing on faith. I'm not having that faith or adequate faith. Like you said, you should say that, I will fulfill the purpose of my life. I have all the resources, and then you can drop off your controls and all that kind of stuff. So somehow, I don't have that full faith and surrender to be able to kind of release my control and let the universe act. So how do I develop that?
Sadhana, madam.
Okay.
Sadhana is 4 things, right?
Huh.
Meditation, knowledge that we gain, continue to listen to experiences and do service. Apply our energy towards meditation service, where you surrender ourselves constantly, and it presents opportunities to first-hand live the knowledge that we gain. It becomes experiential. All of this must be done over a period of time.
So meditation, meditation service,
reading, satsang, talking to people, listening to more experiences. The more you listen to people who say, when I let go, things are happening. You've got to listen to them plenty. When I go into my meditation, what's happening? We're spending sufficient amount of time dropping our analytical mind. And so people come out and say, you know what? I've been working for it for so many days, but just resolved like nothing. It's no time. And so they say that. So the satsang is so important. We got to continue to listen to them to see practically that things are happening. It's not just bookish knowledge. So satsangs are important to stay inspired, to experiment, right? To inspire, to stay on the truth that we read and say it is going to work. And then, so that's the 4th meditation service. It'll help us to be in enhancing these things plenty, while it gives us a lot of opportunity. It heals our 5th body. It just helps, it connects everything together. So if you do these 4, you will slowly start understanding. Just developing faith on what? Faith on ourselves as consciousness. Faith on your meditation process. That scientific knowledge, you understand what happens in meditation, that we become that energy field, which is all connected. Your faith into that will increase because it must translate to an experience in your daily life, which you will see, the way you deal with people. And so then your faith in your meditation increases, which is making you putting in touch with that consciousness, which must translate to a synchronistic experience of you solving a challenge or healing, or suddenly finding yourself being a great person. Many of those will happen to you, and so your faith into the process increases. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's an iterative process. The only thing is, say, what did I do? I went into meditation service. The moment I understood the importance of it, I said, I want to be with the company of good people who are constantly having this knowledge to impart or demonstrating how it can be utilized. So that's the reason I went to service. And then rightfully I had surrendered myself with all these great masters who are either not taking medication, who are constantly taking things without too seriously life, who are able to let go big things very easily. That's how I'm noticing them and said, oh, if this is how it is, For example, my brother is an example. He was not earning money. Dr. GK, he decided that he's going to live by always giving free service. Now, but still, he carries on with his life. Sometimes he may not have a lot of money, or sometimes he doesn't have money, but he carried on with his life. Then in my own family, I saw somebody did not have to have bank balances, not thinking about it, and carrying on the life. Then he said, yes, it is possible to live life the way you are. And so that is an important lesson, to not get hold on to and then wanting to accumulate and accumulate and accumulate. Instead, I started thinking about how can I give, and then it made me light. So this meditation service helped me to be in close touch with people who are constantly thinking about and acting on those principles. And so then we also stay inspired. In many ways, we learn. That's a very, very great way to get there. Okay.
Achandra, when you are saying about giving without, without trying to charge for it. Now, a lot of coaching sessions which I'm taking right now, everybody teaches us that you should not feel unhappy about charging for anything, because that's a service which you are giving, and there should be an energy exchange, and the people should value your, contribution. So what do you have to comment on that? Because usually, like, yeah.
There is a life continuum of experiences. Everybody is right in the way they want to deal with it. So there's nothing wrong in taking money, nothing wrong in not taking money. It's what you feel. It's where you are in your consciousness. What you feel is what it is. All right? How you feel about it. All things, all are cognitive experiences. Right?
Because I don't like charging, but then people said you should.
That's up to you. I mean, why? Who is saying who you should? I mean, this is what you feel. I mean, what you feel is what you do. Your conscience is there to tell you, and you feel, hey, this wisdom must go to everybody. Why should I put a barricade around it? Then give it. But you feel that I'm spending my time, so I need to have something in return for me. Always think about what is that it's going to do to you. That's all it is. It's not because I'm giving, I have to take it. The principle of giving and taking are required in unison. Doesn't mean that what I give immediately I take that way. You give today, you give freely, and then there's so much abundance you'll receive. Don't reject it. When it comes, don't reject it. When it comes, don't reject it, because you deserve, and so it comes to you. Take it. Somebody offers you, because you're doing great service, a good night stay at their home. You say, no, there's so much disturbance to you. No, I'm okay. I will stay here. All that we don't have to say. They'll offer you, take it. Right?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
I think it's getting close to our book club, right?
Yes, we have book club in like 2 minutes. So
this is the last one. Yes, Kim, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much. And to all my dear friends, happy Deepavali in advance. Today's question is very interesting. It's about energy. And I actually learned a very new, interesting word called optimal. So I am actually, my current goal is to have an identity shift. So it's a big process. Now, I'm not a gym person, but I actually sign up, structured, go to gym 5 times a day. I only do very light modified exercises because of tendonitis and many things and eye pressure. So in a week or two, I have to go for eye surgery where I have to be face down. So for this meditation, is there a shorter one? Because I find that I know thoughts are coming. I know say hello, thank you. I know you're there, and I know how to go back to the breath. But is the body like, do I have to just fold my legs even if I'm sitting on the chair? Sometimes I do well, sometimes the body is not cooperating. So how do I balance that? And I noted that despite going to the gym, I actually sign up a nutrition course. I key in all my macros, my nutrient, I take classes. It has improved, but it's still like, how do I max my energy? And one last, because I feel I want life force, I want vitality. At the moment, I'm actually, no, okay, I how do I structure my words? New energy is coming into me, but at the moment I'm in this not so ideal situation, I'm actually shifting step by step. So I take one easy step at a time. So to get from A to B, is there a way that, instead of I keep doing, like running in circles, perhaps there is a light to be shined somewhere. And last question is a lot of wisdom icons that I noted. The big question on energy, metaphysics. So I used to have fear of this feng shui thing, every annual thing. You live in a home environment influences you. But then because of the books that you mentioned and all that, we are the creator of life, of thoughts are energy. But how do I get the balance that at least I am, like accounting, debit and credit, I'm actually doing better and better every day in every way. So the question is, how to optimize my energy, recoveries? I mean, I'm doing quite a few things, but
the answer is simple. The answer is just do more of this meditation, regular meditation. If you just do this regular meditation, all these questions will drop. You'll automatically gain that energy maximization. The common thread is our energy gets maximized and then optimal when you regularly meditate. Automatically awareness builds, so everything that we do becomes optimal, and so energy is optimal. It's going to happen. And then please go back and listen to today's lecture, and then there'll be a wisdom note around it, and then just practice it. It is going to happen. Practice it. When you read books, our understanding will improve about the proteins and nutrients versus I'm generating energy. Many things will improve. Nothing's going to happen overnight, but just continue, read, and then more meditation regularly you do, and then you will see for yourself the energy is optimal. All right. So thank you very much. And we do have some shorter meditation tracks in case you want to utilize during the daytime. When you have short time, I believe the folder may be published for everyone's use. Facilitators and the hosts, we can do this. Thank you. Thank you, dear friends, for joining, and we'll meet tomorrow at 6 a.m. again. Thank you. We'll go to the book clubs.
I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I know the light of love is shining in my eyes. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Yes, I am. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I know the light of love is shining in my eyes. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. A little birdie told me.
Bye, everyone. See you tomorrow. And please join the book club. Bye now.
Thank you.